a Daedra. One of the Nebarah could have summoned it.
Whatever could this creature be?
We've killed one of these creatures, but there's no telling if any more are nearby. Keep on your guard.
I thought I've seen every danger Somerset had to offer, but this... I'm not sure what creature this could be. Daedric, perhaps? We were patrolling when this thing attacked us. We managed to put it down, but only just. I have seen nothing of its like before. That's disconcerting. I just wish I had more concrete information to report. What? If this is a jest, it's in poor taste. We've had no sign of sea slode within Somerset for centuries. I can see you speak in earnest. But if what you say is true, then we cannot wait. The Battle Reeve must know this immediately. It's time to move out! The Battle Reeve must be informed about this.
This will do. The griffins should deter the worst of the rabble.
We'll draw up the plans immediately.
Your aid was acceptable.
Are you purposefully doing a poor job? Because I can come to no other conclusion.
This is absurd. No one can meet these standards, not even you.
Oh, it seems I am not only beset upon by my own indolent assistants, but by the curiosity of passing vagrants as well. A research exercise that needs to be concluded as soon as possible, as well as possible, and with as few distractions as possible. Given the assistance I must work with, my goal can only be attained with strict motivation.
Sorry, but I don't have time to chat. At least not while the Sapiarch is watching me like a hawk. The college is breathing down the Sapiarch's neck, so he's taking it out on us. And as a lowly assistant, I have no room to complain.
I have to keep working, else I'll never become a Sapiarch, if you'll excuse me.
Sorry, but I don't... The college is breathing... If you're not going to be at least sympathetic, why even chat with me? Farewell, then.
Oh, it seems I am not... A research exercise that needs to be... Well, I am pleased to have earned the approval of a random passers-by. Now, if you'll allow me to get back to my work.
The college is breathing... I have to agree. But where would I even go? It's been my dream to become a Sapiarch. I've always been a scholar at heart, and a damn good one at that. I never considered that, truth be told. The Mages Guild is known to be filled with some of the greatest scholars in Tamriel. And I'm sure they'd treat me a lot better than this. You know, I think I will join them. Thank you. To oblivion with this work. I will take part in it no longer.
What are you? Wait! Return this instant! You induced one of my assistants to leave? How dare you? The sheer presumptuousness of your actions is just... Ugh! I can't believe this.
She ran off? Then that means I'm head assistant. I knew my hard work would pay off one day.
I have this under control. Please keep moving. Not that it's your concern, but the Argonian has been found guilty of loitering. She can either pay her fine for disrupting the natural harmony, or spend the night in jail. It's not really a choice by the look of her.
Say, you speak mud for brains? I could use some help translating for this obviously underworked officer of the law. I've just been standing here trying to mind my own business until this thug starts telling me to shove off. I'm making people nervous. Apparently, that's a punishable offense in Somerset. A fine? Not even a huge fine. But my waters ran dry not long after I arrived here. Oh, they're just looking for an excuse to bully an Argonian. You mean it? Charity was the last thing I expected, but thank you. If you excuse me, I was tired of standing here anyway.
And then I apologized again. What more do you want from me?
I am a kin lady of Somerset, and you dare address me as though I were one of you common rabble.
These elves act like their small clothes are 7 sizes too small. Any little thing sends them over the edge. I was on my way to Lalandro when I see the kin lady riding her horse like a dragon was on her tail. Her horse got spooked as we were about to cross paths, threw her from the saddle, and bolted. Now it's my fault, I guess. Sounds like the reasonable thing to do, doesn't it? Oh no, but she'd rather berate me. I'm old enough to know when a brat throws a tantrum, you just be patient. But she'd put any toddler to shame with this performance.
Whatever you wish to discuss can wait. Until this orc addresses her slight to me, I will not yield my attention elsewhere. My prized mare has run off. I was putting her through her paces when this orc crosses our path out of nowhere. She spooked my horse so badly that she threw me and ran off. I need to find the poor thing. I'm not letting this Nebarah out of my sight until she prostrates herself before me and begs my forgiveness for the wrong she has done me. She must learn her place. I am a kin lady of Somerset. It is not for you to dictate what is appropriate to me. I have been wronged, and if I wish to see this orc grovel as recompense, that is my prerogative.
The elf thinks she could... Sounds like It was an accident! Fine. If this is how they do things in Elfland, I'll swallow my pride and be done with it. Please, forgive me, my lady. I mean, my kin lady. It was my fault.
Is that the best you can muster? I suppose it is. Very well. Now get out of my sight before I change my mind.
Out of this whole affair.
Are you trying to marinate before the giant salamander roasts you?
Look at him over there, like he wants nothing to do with me. His own brother! The nerve! Who reads on a hunt? Really? We're just enjoying a brief reprieve from a hunt for a proud and noble beast. Or at least the 3 of us are. My fool brother would rather keep his nose buried in dusty tomes. I only brought him along because Father insisted.
Look at Paradan with his nose in that book when he has such fine company right here? I'll bet it's full of that Nebara smut they call romance.
I heard Paradan's family had fallen on tough times, but this swill isn't fit for my butler's table.
Please excuse me, but I was rather hoping to finish this next chapter of my book. I hope you understand. A good question. Hunting, ostensibly. We're to claim some dangerous beast to prove ourselves the rightful masters of these isles. An antiquated tradition. The giant salamander. A hard quarry to miss, unless you've spent most of the day with your head in a keg. Books have more interesting things to say. And in the unlikely event that we do stumble across our prey, I would like to know what we are up against. It's good you asked. They're a tricky foe. Giant salamanders are highly adaptable and have a volatile relationship with the elements. Fire, lightning, you name it, and they can change their affinities seemingly at will. It seems the hunt must go on. Please excuse me.
Have we met before?
Well, no, but I was hoping to conduct some business of a personal nature with you.
This one has no idea what you're talking about. And why are you whispering?
Let's keep our voices down, shall we? I was wondering if you could help me with my sweet tooth, if you catch my drift.
Ah, this one understands your meaning. You seek something for this sweet tooth of yours, yes?
Yes. Now can you provide?
You are very discerning to seek Chisori out. After all, she has the finest sweet rolls in Alinor. Of course, if that's not what you seek, perhaps a guard could be of help.
Guards? Oh, please excuse me. I must have mistaken you for someone else.
The depravity of Daedric worship is running rampant through our lands. Look around! Anyone gathered here could truly be a Daedric-loving fee. Especially now. See who crawls onto our shores. The bastard children of Malakath, the tainted Velothi. Even now the taint of Daedra walks across our island uncontested. Shall we permit our great land, our divine provenance, to be desecrated? No! We must steel our hearts against the seductive and corrupting whispers of Daedric worship. But know, brothers and sisters, that the warmth of the Etada can reach even those who wrongly turn away from their light. To the Oriel I bear my soul, and offer myself as a humble servant. Direct me in my crusade for purity, and give me the strength to save my people. The depravity of Daedric worship is running rampant through our lands. Look around! Anyone gathered here could truly be a Daedric-loving fee. We have welcomed the tainted Dark Elves and their perverted tribunal creed, the wretched spawn of Trinomac, the Shape-Taker. We give them free reign in our hallowed homeland. Shall we permit our great land, our divine provenance, to be desecrated? No! We must steel our hearts against the seductive and corrupting whispers of Daedric worship. Though we face a spiritual assault, brothers and sisters, we can take strength in knowing that our ancestors watch over us. Oriel sees your toil, your forthrightness. Oh, Oriel, light of the soul of creation, give us the strength and purity to fight the incursions against your humble children.
Welcome to Arteum, traveler. I know it can all be a lot to take in at first, so please feel free to ask me any questions. I have quite an extensive knowledge of this island's history. Though it may be hard to believe, Arteum was once part of the Somerset archipelago. That's why the flora here may seem so familiar to you. Of course, our order has now moved the island to somewhere else entirely. Someplace safe. I don't have authority to tell you any further details, I'm afraid. Our order has the ability to move Arteum or even make it intangible. That's how we've protected ourselves from invaders and outside forces. In a sense, as observers of Tamriel, my order cannot allow outside forces to influence our judgment. Isolation allows us a certain neutrality on matters. And with the way things are back in Tamriel, I can't see us returning anytime soon.
The Corpora Tower truly is a sight to behold, isn't it? I've actually done quite a bit of research on its origins, if you have any questions. Functionally, the Corpora Tower serves as the Psijic Order's central location for both research and meditation. Directly beneath it lies the Dreaming Cave. Even now, little is known about its origins. Simply put, it's a portal to oblivion. It's thought to be able to enter into any realm, though of course that theory hasn't been fully tested. The Psijic Order only uses the Dreaming Cave in times of great need. Though it may be hard to tell at first glance, the architecture of the tower doesn't quite match. This is because my order did not build the base structure. The bottom of the tower was already here when Arteum was first discovered. We're simply not sure. It must be ancient beings, of course, but it doesn't seem to match any other runes found within Somerset. There are many speculations, but no direct answers, I'm afraid.
And so we meet again on Arteum, my home. I knew you would find your way here eventually. Yours is a will not easily constrained. Helping the Order in the only way I still can, with tutoring and research. I will never recover the power I lost when my shadow died on that island. But mercifully, I've retained my wits and memories. To my great surprise, I'm an excellent teacher. All have tried. From the Rite Master on down to the initiates I train, none have succeeded. It is not a matter of unlocking power hidden from view. The power is simply gone. One cannot unlock something that no longer exists. Do not mourn its passing, my friend. In truth, arcane power is the least of the Psijic's gifts. The true might of the Order is found in wisdom, prudence, and right action. I can pass that on to the next generation of mages, no matter what. Then my sacrifice on Dranilkir was vital and worthwhile. Had you not defeated Bonifred and my shadow, you may never have reached the Clockwork City. Tell me, what occurred in Sothasil's realm? Fascinating. If Nocturnal's shadow magic can confound even the great Sothasil, I bear no shame for falling victim to it on Dranilkir. Even a veteran member of our order cannot stand alone against a Daedric prince. Thank you for telling me this. I have not, nor do I intend to go. The power required to travel there and back is beyond me now, and honestly, I find the hubris of it more than a little unsettling. The tales of your adventures are enough for me, my friend. Arteum is enough.
Mind your step, Kerem. Eldelar's summoning displays can be energetic.
Eldelar insists we can learn something from these arcane skirmishes, but summoning up creatures like this does not put me at ease.
I never knew how many curiosities Sothasil had hidden away in his study. It'll take some time to sort through it all, but it's well worth the effort. These devices could be very useful to the Psijic Order's current research. I'm sorting through the many wonders that Sothasil saw fit to leave behind. Silly as it may sound, this study has been left alone for hundreds of years. Out of respect for Sothasil's privacy, of course. Of course, I made sure to ask before he left, though his reply wasn't so much a yes as a lecture on the importance of curiosity and the need to challenge regulation with innovation. But that seemed to give me permission, far as I could tell. Mostly I'm just trying to help Valserin. As long as she's the right master, that's where my allegiance lies. She's better at the job than she thinks, even if she considers it a temporary position. She made it known she wanted the Conclave to consider other candidates. We'll see where that goes. In the meantime, I'll help her as I can, and I'll organize Sothasil's experiments. It calms me so.
You came to visit just as I hoped. It's good to see you again, my friend. It's been quiet here on Arteum. I've actually had time to breathe for once. And of course, time to mourn. To be honest, I've been a little overwhelmed with my new responsibilities. I don't know how Ikisis did it. He truly was a marvelous man. Luckily, I'm only the interim Rite Master, until the Conclave can agree on a more suitable candidate. Sad, of course. I think I understand him better now. I plan to remember what he sacrificed in the end, what he did to help us. Lathan and my daughter, they'll always be here, in my heart. Always. I'm sorry, but this is still so hard to talk about. Finding Lathan after all these years, only to lose him again, it was incredibly difficult. Perhaps you'd like to discuss another topic. We observe. There are always dangers. Determining what events require our attention is the hard part. The largest and loudest menaces are often the least threatening. It's the ripples you can barely see. That's where danger often lies. Not yet, in any case. Though I suspect you may hear about such a threat before we do. For now, I'll do my best to be a competent Rite Master. That alone is a tremendous task, one that I do not plan to take lightly.
It's you! I never thought I'd see you again. You probably don't remember me. Tyrwin. You freed me from those Telvanni slave drivers in Vardenfell. Turns out, all those years searching for Red Star shells made me a fair hand at plying the waters for bounty. And Somerset has no shortage of shores. I make a good living hunting pearls, rare shells and the like. It wasn't too hard to give that idiot Lonus and his mother the slip. Not that they didn't try, but I couldn't have done it without those papers you stole. It's so good to be back on my home soil, even if I hardly recognize it. I was a slave for a very long time before Lonus was even born. But it's not the Isles themselves that have changed so much as the people. I would have never imagined seeing people from all over Tamriel walking the streets of Alinor. No, I
kind of like it. Gives me hope. There's a lot of tension in the air, though. The growing pains will be long felt, I think.